Okay, so I have today a few samples from Sylvaine Delacourte that I ordered. I actually ordered 2 sets of samples. I ordered La Collection Musc, or the Musk Collection, and I ordered the Vanilla Collection. The way I heard about these perfumes was honestly just from a few people that I follow on Instagram and YouTube. Basically, a lot of people had been sent either these samples, which are called discovery kits, or they were actually sent full bottles of perfume to review. So I was curious about it based on other people's review or mention of this brand, and I was also curious about niche perfumes in general. All of the perfumes that I own are either designer perfumes or celebrity perfumes, and I feel like I have smelled everything I can smell from those type of perfumes. So now I'm interested in other perfumes that are outside of that realm. So now I want to get into niche perfumes. These discovery kits from Sylvaine Delacourte seem like the perfect way to get into niche perfume because they were really inexpensive. They were $4 each, shipped from France for free after you paid the $4. So that's why I decided to check them out. I have had these for quite a while, and honestly, when I first smelled it, I was a little confused, thrown off. You could even say I was put off a bit by these perfumes because they are nothing like anything I own, and they are way outside of my comfort zone. When I see the phrase, the Vanilla Collection, I immediately assumed that these would smell really sweet. That is not the case. I didn't really have many assumptions about the Musk Collection because my understanding of musk is that it's not it's not really a gourmand smell. A lot of my perfumes are gourmand, so I knew it wouldn't be sweet smelling, but I know that musk are used in a lot of my gourmand perfumes, so I feel like musk is used a lot of times to complement gourmand scents. But let's get into the perfumes. Today I'm only talking about the Musk Collection because I didn't want this video to get too long, but I'll start off talking about the packaging of the discovery kit. I've already shown it to you, but this is how it looks. Comes in this box, and then when you open the box, it comes with 5 samples. They are Davana, Florentina, Smeraldo, Lilylang, and Helicriss. I really like the packaging of this because even though these are just samples, I don't feel like I have something cheap and thrown together. I still feel like I ordered a quality product in ordering these samples. So I really like the presentation, and I like the simplicity. It comes with these, they look like sketches or drawings, and they're also at the bottom. And I have seen the bottles online, and the bottles also have this same style of packaging. Really simple, black and white. The liquid is gold looking from what I've seen. And the label has a sketch related to the name of the bottle. So right off the top, I can tell you that my favorite from the Musk Collection so far is Davana, at least from my memory. The top notes in Davana are ambrette, which is also known as musk mallow, rose, and sandalwood. The heart notes are Italian iris, Madagascar vanilla, and mandarin orange. And the base notes are neroli, heliotrope, and white musk. I already have a memory of what this smells like, but let me just spray it again on my homemade fragrance cards. My memory is correct. What I remembered about this is that it smelled very soapy. To me, it smells like soap that my grandmother kept in the house. This doesn't smell like sweet soap, shampoo, conditioner, not the modern reincarnations of those things. It smells very old-fashioned, almost classic. Honestly, anyone who's into celebrity perfumes probably will not like this perfume. Anyone who's into gourmands, you will not like this perfume. And when I smelled it, because I was still fresh off of having smelled a gourmand, I think the first time I smelled this, I had already been kind of caught up in a wave of pink sugar, because that's what I was wearing that day. So to go from pink sugar to this was just kind of like, I didn't have an immediate love reaction to this. But the more I have smelled it, the more I actually want Davana. But I feel like I would wear this on the weekends. I wouldn't wear it to work. Maybe I would. Because it also, the sillage of this, the impact of this is not offensive. I don't feel like if I wore this, it would overwhelm people around me. If this was an overwhelming fragrance as far as the sillage, I wouldn't wear it to work because I don't think this is the type of fragrance that people want to be overwhelmed with. But the other thing about this perfume is if you're looking for a sexy perfume, this is not it. This is a very ladylike, sophisticated fragrance. This smells like, it smells maternal, and but not matronly. Those two words aren't quite the same to me. When I think of matronly, I think of just old, I guess. That sounds bad. But when I think of maternal, I think of more like comforting, maybe even cozy, but not cozy in the way a lot of my other perfumes are. A lot of my perfumes that I think of as cozy, I think of them as cozy because they smell warm and sweet. This one smells just cozy as in comforting. I'll just come back to that word, comforting. Okay, I'm gonna let that rest because I do also remember that I like the way that this smells as it dries down and the middle layers come out. So let me give that a chance for the middle layers to come out. Next up is Florentina. Florentina's notes, the information on Fragrantica didn't have the notes listed in a pyramid. It just had a listing of all the notes total. So I don't know how these are divided or placed, but the notes are cloves, benzoin, bergamot, iris, lavender, violet, vetiver, almond, orange blossom, musk, vanilla, and heliotrope. I will say about these little samples is if you order the samples, don't press down on it slowly. It kind of makes it dribble out. If you want it to spray out, just press it quickly and efficiently. I like this one more. From my memory, I thought I liked Dovana more. But I like this one more. What is in here that I'm liking so much? It may be the orange blossom. Orange blossom is one of my favorite smells or fragrance notes. But that's not, honestly, that's not what I'm smelling that I like. I think it's the lavender. I think the way the lavender mixes in with the other notes, probably the cloves and the bergamot. I really like this. It's not, again, none of these are mainstream fragrances or easy fragrances. Like if I thought of these the way I think of music, this is not a pop music perfume. This is the type of music that not many people hear about, as far as, well, not many people in the mainstream hear about it, but the people who do hear about it enjoy it. I really like this one. Okay. It's crazy because when I first smelled this, I didn't like any of these because it just felt so different from anything that I own. Next up is Smeraldo. I remember that Smeraldo is supposed to be a green musk, so I'm excited to spray that. I have my little note cards labeled so that I can go back to them and think about the dry down. I'll spray it this way. This one I would love to smell on a man. Smeraldo in the top notes, it has yuzu, vetiver, and angelica. The middle notes are hawthorn, pear, mastic, or lentisque. And the base notes are rose, lime, and cedar. Probably because of the cedar and the vetiver, but the way it's playing with the pear and the rose, probably why I would love to smell this on a man. I would love to smell this on a man. I went to Sephora last week to smell men's perfumes or colognes, whatever you call it, because I was like, I don't really smell men's perfumes. I'm always going to the department store or to Sephora to play around with perfumes marketed to women. I was like, let me go to the men's side and see what they have going on. And I really didn't like much of what was over there. And I just remember that I don't really like most perfumes, eau de parfums and eau de toilettes marketed to men. There was one I did like, and I liked it enough to get a sample, but I'll talk about that in another video. But this, I would love to smell this on a man. It smells so, I guess this one is paternal instead of maternal. I feel like a lot of times when we think of perfumes or fragrances that we would love to smell on the opposite sex, we think of what we would think of as sexy, like what would make us want to, what would make us feel attracted to them. And a lot of times when we think about attraction, we limit it to sex. But this would make me feel attracted to a man in that it would make me feel trusting of him. This would make me feel like this smells like a man I trust. It smells like a man that I trust, that I don't mind spending a long time with. I feel like I could spend quality time with him. This one is really nice. Okay, Lilylang. I'm excited about Lilylang just because of the name. I like the name. Okay, Lilylang. The top notes are mandarin orange, tuberose, and bergamot. Let me tell you right now, I'm already excited because I love me some tuberose. The middle notes are jasmine, musk, and lime. Even more excited because I love jasmine. And the base notes are ylang ylang and pink pepper. Okay, this is the one I would want to wear. Change my mind. I don't want Davana the most. I want Lilylang the most. Davana, I would probably wear to church. Because there's some perfumes that I've been wearing to church that I feel like I need to stop wearing this because they smell very, I guess sensual is the word. It's kind of awkward to be in church smelling sensual. When I'm in church, I want to smell sophisticated and comforting, maternal. So I definitely can see myself wearing Davana to church. Lilylang, I would wear to church, but I'll also wear to work. While acknowledging that some of my coworkers probably won't love that as much as they love other perfumes I wear. One of the perfumes that people really love at my job is Beautiful Belle. It has tuberose, but that interpretation of tuberose is totally different from this one. Beautiful Belle's tuberose interpretation is very sweet and candy-like. This one is deep, but not dark. Okay, the last one is Helicriss, or Helicriss. Okay, I would not wear Helicriss. So the top notes in Helicriss are bergamot, cinnamon, and rosemary. The middle notes are grapefruit, lemon, and tonka bean. And the base notes are immortelle, patchouli, benzoin, and musk. This has notes that are prolific in the perfumes that I own. I have a lot of perfumes that have patchouli. I have quite a few perfumes that have tonka bean. And benzoin and musk are notes that are pretty prolific in what I own. But the reason that I do not like this at all is because I can smell the rosemary and I don't like the smell of rosemary. And then the cinnamon just emphasizes it more. Yes, that's not for me. Helicriss is enough. Okay, so the other ones that I've already smelled, they've had time to calm down. So let me smell them now after a few minutes have passed. Davana. Oh my God. Now I remember why Davana was number one. Oh my goodness. The heart notes on this are the middle part of this. It's so nice. I can really smell the iris. I love iris. La Vie Belle and La Vie Belle Eclat. They have iris. And I was at TJ Maxx and they had a perfume that didn't have a name brand, and the only thing on the bottle was iris. And I smelled it and I was like, iris is amazing. And I wanted to get that perfume so bad, but I had already purchased so many perfumes that week, and I was just like, you need to chill, you need to eat, save this money for some food. But this, oh, this is so, okay, I want Davana. I want Davana. Oh my goodness, it's crazy because when I first smelled this, it's so maternal. But now, it's so not young as an adolescent. But oh my goodness, like I love this so much. What else is in the middle? Madagascar vanilla and mandarin orange. That's it. That's it right there. The iris, the orange, the vanilla. I love that combination. It's fruity, but it's not creamy. Normally, if I smell vanilla, I would say creamy. This is not creamy though. It still smells powdery because of the iris. So the powderiness, for me, as far as what I can smell, overtakes the potential for this to be creamy. I wish I had some coffee beans, but I'll just do the best I can with this. Florentina, it's better. Still not quite for me. I wouldn't purchase that one. Smeraldo. This one is almost faded a lot. I would still buy Smeraldo for a man. Lilylang has changed a bit on me. Now, Lilylang smells more maternal, while Davana smells less maternal. That's crazy. Okay, the two I want are Davana and Lilylang because they just play off of each other so well. They're really like sisters to me, but sisters who sometimes act like each other and sometimes are more unique and individualistic. And then Helicriss. Yes, I still don't like that. Okay. So, with my first foray into niche perfumes, my overall view of the brand Sylvaine Delacourte, she's very talented and very, what's the word? She's very layered and multifaceted with the way she creates a perfume. This isn't a punch in the face. I have to come back to how I feel about music to explain the way I feel about Sylvaine Delacourte. This isn't pop music. This is more like jazz and not even mainstream jazz. Not the jazz where they just do instrumental versions of popular songs. Like, there was one jazz CD I had where, for example, he did the instrumental version of That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson. Beautiful song, but kind of an easy approach to selling your music. Sylvaine Delacourte does not take the easy approach to getting her creations out there, to making them in the first place, and to helping expose more people to the beauty of these fragrances. And I appreciate that because this whole line has really challenged me as far as learning more about perfumes and learning the different layers of perfumes or the styles of perfumes. I know that when I get into buying niche perfumes, I won't buy anything just because it's a niche perfume brand. But I definitely will be buying Sylvaine Delacourte at some point. Not right now because my budget is very limited right now. I will be moving soon, so I'll be paying for that. But I want Davana. Eventually, I probably would get Smeraldo last. But the first two I want to get are Davana and Lilylang. I really love these. I'm glad that I gave these a long time to play with and consider before I made an immediate decision, because now I'm so excited to be excited again about perfume. I honestly have started losing my excitement with perfume. All of the perfumes I have, so many of them are starting to smell the same to me. Pink Candy. Okay, I won't get into naming everything, but I have so many perfumes that smell delicious and warm and sweet, and so many that have patchouli, so many that have tuberose, and they seem to all handle tuberose in the same way. handle patchouli in the same way. And I was just kind of like, there's no reason for me to buy anything else, just because a lot of what I was encountering was so similar to what I already have. When I've been going to the department store, I smell something, I'm like, that smells nice, but it smells like something I already have. Now I have something else to be excited for that smells completely different from anything I own. So I'm so glad to have been exposed to this brand. So thank you to all of the YouTubers and Instagrammers who talked about this, and thank you to Sylvaine Delacourte for being available to the public for us to try. I wouldn't have tried these if it wasn't for the discovery kits. So I'm really thankful that the discovery kits were made available. So thank you, Sylvaine Delacourte, for that. If you have tried any of these, let me know your thoughts on them. If you have any niche perfume brands that you would recommend that I try out and get into, let me know. I'm especially curious about any brands that sell samples or discovery kits, because it's just not feasible for me to try out brands by buying several full bottles. I want to learn as much as I can about the different ways perfume can be done, but the best way for me to do that is by buying samples. So if you know of any brands that sell samples or decants or sample kits or discovery kits, please let me know, because I would love to try more out. Alrighty guys, bye.